Hello and welcome, Alpha Strikers. My name is Professor Erks, and this is Erks's X Teams. So, last month you guys saw a pretty awesome Avengers team, using mostly commons and uncommons and rare from Avengers War and What If. This week, we're cranking the volume up to 11. We're going all the way up here. This is a team I've been wanting to make. A little bit of preface, Avengers Unity Division, okay? Cool concept. I've never read Uncanny Avengers, so what I know is all from the Wikia. So if you know more, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So let's start this team off. 400 points, okay? We have Rogue, 90 points. Has both Avengers, X-Men team abilities. It's one of your primary attackers. Just have the Avengers Unity Division trait, which if you guys don't know what it does, basically when they take a move action, they can do the X-Men team heal ability as a free action. It's pretty awesome with this team. She also has traded steel energy. This is very, very important for when I get to later in the video. She doesn't have her Simon, so don't worry about that so much. She won't ever hit those clicks. She's 90 points. Reasons. Next in the team, we have Quicksilver, the super rare from Uncanny X-Men. He's a hypersonic, leaving trails around, flurry, auto break. Great figure with the Avengers Unity Division as well for those free heals. Also, primary attacker. Next, you have more of your support piece. This is Scarlet Witch. She does have attack capabilities, more tertiary, maybe secondary if she's in that position. Facing teleport makes her not so much a movement attacker. So you gotta make sure you place her right, but she's all about placement, guys. Does have the Hex Magic marker, which you put on a figure, gives them basically critical hits on 10 through 12s. So where you place this will be very crucial on your team. Next, now, this is very comic accurate as far as I could tell. So I chose Spider-Man. Super rare from Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Has Avengers, so it's themed, and Wild Card. So you can take both Avengers or X-Men based on what you need. Avengers for no-costed movement, so you just basically move and disconnect your actions, or X-Men to X-Men heal either himself or others. Keep that in mind. Has web marker, plenty of mobility, hypersonic. He is doing damage with perplex, so he has support capabilities. Next, we have the leader, the unifier, the linchpin to this team, 50-point Captain America. So, his whole role is field team leader. For reals, though. He's not an attacker. He's doing all support stuff that Scarlet Witch can't do. He has outwit, perplex, and a leadership. And not just any leadership, his counts as 200 points. Now, preface this is all being used with new rules. They're really close coming, guys. I'm trying to give you guys prep for this, so everything here will be explained with the new rules in mind. So since they're all Avengers, regardless, he's taking off tokens. And you get a +1 action, either from him or from Rogue. They both have leadership, but his is your key factor here. Now, the other part, the Avenger Unifier trait that he has. Whenever a figure in your team heals, period. That's why it's good. Whenever anyone heals, you roll a d6 on a 4 through 6, once per turn, by the way. That character takes an action token off of that character. So basically, you're healing and then clearing off, so you can keep on attacking and going and going and going. I've wanted to build this team since these guys came out. I couldn't find the right thing to make it function probably the way I wanted it to. With the stuff from Superior Foes being awesome Spider-Man, and from Avengers War, the Cap who does the unifier thing, I was like, this is going to be awesome. Let's go ahead and move right into your team startup now. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how the team functions, and we'll do some theory craft thereafter. Alright, there's your team and starting areas. You have objects placed. You have a lot of super strength. You're going to want to utilize it. Now remember, hypersonic super strength doesn't work with the new rules. So Spider-Man's going to be a little more niche, but he can carry those objects around for when he really needs them. And he can throw them 6 squares. So that's why they're there. So first thing you do, you're going to go ahead and use your leaderships. Now, even though you remove any tokens, you're going to get the +1 action, you want to try and keep in the habit of using leadership, guys. It's a free action at the beginning of your turn that you don't want to forget because you have nowhere to go back to it. The phase is a phase. You got to play it in the phase now. There's no alternatives around it. Next, you'll go ahead and have Scarlet Witch power action to give Quicksilver the Hex magic token because he's got Flurry. He's rolling more dice, has a better chance of rolling a 10 through 12 for the critical hits. And him doing 4 damage hypersonic speed with Flurry is insane. So that's why you're doing that. Next up, we're going to go ahead and move figures up a ways, okay? So Rogue flies. She's going to be your carrier in this instance. She's going to carry up Captain America to a good spot where he will not die. He has cheap points. He can be a liability. Keep him safe. He has stealth. So if you can keep him hindering, you can. But here we did not. We kept him behind a giant building. And my opponent obviously has no figures that can shoot through the elevated. Thank goodness. So check that out. Next up, you're going to move up your Spider-Man to a position where he can get leaderships. So he's obviously next to Captain America for the 200-point leadership. So get him there, that's fine, and a perplex for later. We'll get to that as to why. Next, Quicksilver. Your 2 hypersonic figures need to be close together. You can create an amazing kill box with these 2 figures because you can go one in, flurry attack, and then back up with Spider-Man to finish off a figure. It's a three punch combo. It's great. Now, you have your area here. They're ready to go. Your opponent's team is going to pick strategic spots for them to sit, knowing that you have so much speed and hypersonic and can just wail on them. So as you can see here, they've all picked their spots. They're ready to go. On your turn, you have tons of options here. You can go ahead and perplex with Quicksilver, go for the kill on Cable. You can go with Spider-Man, leave him up there. But we're going to play smart. Okay, this team is a squad. You want to keep them in a squad. So we're going to take a whole turn, after we roll leaderships, of course, and just rest. And I'm going to clear most of my figures, but before I do, power action with Captain America to make Smoke Cloud, because I do see Cable could have a shot on Spider-Man here, and perplex up his defense twice to give him that 20 defense from range, or 21, I'm sorry, wow. That's really strong, with a 4 through 6 super senses and the, of course, theme team probability controls I get as well. So they're up for defense. On the next turn, Forge is going to take another action, so a power action, to create the object he's standing on into his perplex device. So now he has perplex. He'll go ahead and perplex up. I believe he goes for, I think it's just Cable's defense from here. So we'll go ahead and go with that. And then my team will go next after he clears. He's all set up, ready to go. From here, this is very important. You are now making the assault. You want Scarlet Witch to be in a position, so she moves with Avengers TA, not using her action total, which is great here. Move her up to a position you can see probs on Cable. You are going to have probs from him and Domino and theme team probs from Colossus. So you have to roll a lot of dice here, guys. It's going to be a little crazy on this roll. So, you go ahead and move it up to Rogue. Okay, Rogue can't charge this far. So she's going to go there and base Cable to hopefully lock him down if you can take him off his phasing clicks. She's also there because, like I said, squad-based team, you want them all together. Next, you're going to go ahead and have Quicksilver, hypersonic, so new hypersonic says he's to move up, break, attack, and then move. He auto-breaks. So he just goes up there, leaves his shadow marker, and comes back. From the shadow marker, you're going to go ahead and flurry. Prior to this, perplex up his damage to a 4, because Cable had invuln. So make sure you're doing that 2 damage, lock it in. Roll your dice. Okay, you hit, dealt 2, perfect. We'll say prob a couple times because he had prob control. Sure. 7, just hit the 7. All you got to do. Once you've got him there, miss your second attack, that's fine. Dice happen. So, now that you're there, Spider-Man can move up and do another punch on him. Now, he has hypersonic and close attacks only, so he can't throw objects, and he cannot use the heavy object he picked up earlier in the game, which is a smart move for him, but this is fine. He does deal knockback damage, but Cable mostly always has reducers until the very end of his dial. You're going to move him up there, take the punch, okay? Go ahead and do so. You hit, that's another 2 damage because you put up his damage to a 4 at this point. And then you have to roll breakaway, plus your breakaway because of the new hypersonic rules. Back up a step. Now his whole team will have a much harder time getting to you from this point. He can't charge at you with Colossus because you're too far out, even with the perplex from Forge. and Domino can't see you, but except for Rogue, you can see Rogue from where she's at. So you will get shot at. This is the term we retaliated a lot, but this is why this is important. It's okay to be hit with this team, guys. So Avengers Unity Division lets you heal on move actions, and then the Unifier trait from Captain America lets you, if you heal once per turn, roll that dice and take a token off. So the theory here is you can heal enough to keep your team alive, keep on hitting consistently, and have enough leadership roles to have all the attacks in the world and just never have to clear, if you can help it. Now, dice are a thing. This team is very random. You can't always rely on dice. But this team is super strong. It has a lot of potential, a lot of movement, and a lot of heavy hitters. Avengers TA lets them all move. Don't forget it. X-Men heals. Use it a lot. It's going to be worth it, guys. This team has been all super rares. You may have just noticed that. That's okay. Like I said, up to 11. This is a team that people who have been playing for a while could have accumulated. You can also buy all these figures. Now, a single figure here is over $25. So if you're looking at that, that's not too bad. But it depends on what the standpoint of your budget is, of course. But hopefully, you guys have liked the team, saw what it can do, saw the potential. I like to hear thoughts and feelings about the team. If you want to play the team, that'd be awesome. If you could play it at your venue, if you have the figures, I'd love to hear the stories about that as well. Anything you would change, you could do so as well. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Professor Erks. Make sure to like it, sub it, and share it. And I'll see you on the next one. And remember, strike first and strike hard.